All right, it is recording. So here, number 7, this is going to be adding everything in common. So for example, 3z squared can only mix with anything else that has a z squared. In this case, 2z squared. Because it's plus, I'm adding them. So 3 plus 2 is 5z squared. Very important. The term at the end does not change. They only change if you multiply or divide. When you add or subtract, they will stay the same.
It's not possible.
Next one, z and 2z. They're the matching. So it's going to become 3z.
Oh, because you're adding?
Yes. And -4 and -3. -4 plus -3. In total, -7.
What adds to 41 and times is to 400?
I don't know. That's like kind of the practice of your problem, you
I
know?
don't know what it is.
Dang, only if you had time to figure it out.
I don't. Then what is it? Someone do it for me.
What's that question?
What adds to 41 and times is to 400?
Oh my god. I thought it was 106.
40, 20.5. I don't know.
It's not
Can
gonna
you
be.
just tell me, please? I'm gonna go crazy.
Nah, go crazy. All right, number 10. Subtraction. So I have a subtraction in the middle. Very important. Make sure you pay attention to the symbol. Some reason every years when we take this test, one person literally multiplies everything, and they do a huge problem, and they're like, "How's this number problem number 1?" And they don't realize there's a minus sign or a plus sign in the middle. 10b squared minus 4b squared. You're minusing, so this is going to be 6b squared. -3b minus 5. So you're three floors in the basement. You go 5 more down. That's -8b. 2 and 1. 2 minus 1 is just 1. You're subtracting though.
Oh my goodness.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
For number 7, wouldn't it be z to the? Oh no, because it's not times.
No, it's plus. See? There's a plus sign in the middle. Yeah, I'm not going to agree with that.
Don't say you're stupid.
Next one. 8.2. This was multiplying polynomials.
Multiply and divide. Wait, what do you do if it's not an even number?
Wait, you're recording this?
What do you mean?
You're recording this?
Yes.
Please send it to me.
I'll send it to the class, which includes you.
It's like for like 11 and 12, like it's not even numbers.
Oh, if you don't have one that matches, nothing happens to it. So it stays -4m squared for like number 11, okay? Go away.
Whoa.
You did that on purpose. Stop.
Okay. So like number 11, you have -4m squared.
Yeah.
Nothing changes to it. So it's going to stay in the final answer, -4m squared. All right, number 8.2, multiplying polynomials. So first concept is just distribution. So like number 1, x squared times 6x squared. Ben, stop talking, man. I'm trying to teach. -1. I'm teaching. Give me a second. So over here, when you distribute, it goes to everybody in the parentheses. You have to know not only multiplication, but your exponent rules. So this is going to result in 6x to the 4th minus 3x squared minus x cubed minus x squared.
Isn't X first? Because that X is
Okay. So this is your answer for that one. You distribute and pass it around. For example, number 2.
Third or second?
This is the third. This is the second. The third. Number 2, -5a cubed times 4a to the 4th minus 3a plus 1. Here, I'm going to take this -5a to the cube, distribute it here, here, here. So it's going to be -20a to the 7 plus, double negative is plus, 15a to the 4th minus 5a to the 3rd. 2 pairs of parentheses? Sure, we'll go to that. So let's talk about number 4.
Who finished the worksheet? Because I need help. And you know how to
Dude, just go on Google Classroom and check your answers.
No, because I don't know how to do this.
All right, next one. 3x. Oh, when you have these two, you got to make sure everyone says hello to everyone else. So 3x has to say hello to 2x. 3x has to say hello to -5. 1 has to say hello to 2x. 1 has to say hello to -5. When you come in the same parentheses, you don't have to say hello. You already came on the same trip. So you just say hello to everyone you're meeting in a separate car. I don't know why I'm making this analogy. Who cares? So then we're going to do 3x times 2x, 6x squared. 3x times -5, -15x. 1 times 2x plus 2x. 1 times -5 minus 5. From 1 times 2x is then you're combining the like terms is 6x squared minus 13x minus 5. I'm combining the like terms. Once all like terms are combined and we're satisfied, we're done. Sometimes there's not like terms. That's okay. Like, let's see if we have one like that. What do you mean? Yeah.
This is way far ahead, but how do we know which how do we know which ones we're supposed to make like continue doing? You know what I'm saying? Like when it's like a minus 6 in parentheses and then a plus 1 in parentheses, like for this one,
Yeah.
like how do we like for everything that has an answer like this, should we like make it like a6?
Anything with the instructions factor, you're gonna make it into the parentheses. Anything I give you in parentheses, you're gonna make it multiplied out, or I'll tell you like add, multiply, simplify, something like that.
5.
So
equivalent
you wrote
to 10.
3k
I don't know, I
minus
didn't do
2
it.
squared.
Mr. T, can I get
Yeah.
something from my
How does that
office?
make sense? You said hint it's a perfect square.
Mr. T, I'm getting
Yeah,
something
that's a
from my
perfect
office.
square.
I'll be back.
No.
How?
Because this is squared. 3 is a perfect squared, or 9 is perfect squared because it's 3, and 4 is a perfect square, which is 2, adds up to the middle. This is, as a together, is a perfect square.
I actually need help.
Check it out. Do 3k minus 2, 3k minus 2. Foil it out. Or bring it over to the back and then do it. What?
This doesn't make sense. 2 and to the third. If you do, because you take out the 10, so you gotta go 10
Yeah.
and 10. So that doesn't make sense here. This doesn't work.
Yeah.
33 and 10 and 7 over 10. So you just keep it at 7 over 10.
What?
You just keep it 7 over 10. I'm really struggling.
It's just like disappears.
This is 10, so you bring it over here, so it becomes 70, not 7.
No. And what's 33 divided by 10?
Just like the same one.
What's the?
No, it's not. What about this? Take the 9, multiply by 4, do 64, or 60, no, 36. Then what 36 add up to -12? That's -6, -6. Then divide both of them by 9. You're gonna get 2 over 3, move the 3 to the
I
front.
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but wait.
I just said it really fast, but yeah, you got it.
But that's 3.3.
Look.
Yeah.
Where did
Wait.
the negative 12k go?
Dude, if you foil it, you're gonna get that answer back. We've been through this.
But if you square both of them, let's say you square.
No, oh my God, you don't square both of them. Very important. Okay, this is actually perfect. It's in this section. Very important. If I have something like this, I'm going to take bonus points off if you make this mistake. So let's say I'm going to take yours as an example, 3x minus 2 squared. If, and this is red, as in do not do this or I'll take bonus points off. If you distribute the squared, so it becomes 9x squared minus 4 or positive 4, I don't care how you do it. Either way, you are so wrong, you're bonus wrong. There's like bonus points. This is bonus negative points.
It's 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 2.
Excellently said. You have to rewrite it like this. And then you foil it out. This and this, this and this, this and this, this and that.
Where do you get how
Wait,
do you
is
do
it
that
right?
from this problem, this like original problem?
Okay, let me do it forward and I'll show you how to do it backwards. So let's do this. This is going to be 9k squared minus 6x, or x, I'm sorry, these are x's, minus 6x minus 4. So here we're going to combine any like terms, 9x squared minus 12x minus 4. That is your answer. Yeah, that is your answer. I know. So now your question is, how do we do that reverse, aka factor it? Okay, if you see this and you're like, oh, well, how do I factor this? Let's just rewrite it here. This is technically would belong in 0.7, but it's fine to show it now. So we're going to take this 9, move it over here. So we have x squared minus 12x.
How is it negative?
Yes.
though? Is this factoring?
Okay, you know, I'm gonna save that for later.
How is it
Yoni.
negative four? It's negative 2 times negative.
It should be positive for you, right? Thank
But this
you.
is 8.3.
You're welcome,
Ezra.
Mr. T.
Okay. What?
First,
Oh wait, I'm not done with this. Go ahead.
Okay.
first 6 right over here. First, like when you do this, you do 6 times -1.
Yes.
So that's negative
6A.
6, but you're not doing 6 times 1 minus 1, right?
No, you're not
Okay,
subtracting
so
one
I
after.
messed that up.
Okay.
So
This is negative 6.
Like we only
This is
like
8.3.
A 2 by 2. You want to do like a 3 by 2?
whatever, like any kinds of problems there are. What else?
No, I'm only gonna keep it at 2 by 2 for you guys.
Is that 8.7? Is that 8.7?
That was 8.7, the one I mentioned. This is 8.3.
That's 8.7, above, right? Right? Yeah?
How are people that?
Alright, guys.
Is this a new regular report?
All right, a minus 9, a plus 9. We're gonna FOIL this. Or multiply it. I should stop saying FOIL. We're gonna distribute this. Now, this one has a special situation. If you see this, you could go right to the answer if you want to. You don't have to show work, but a squared minus, I see plus 9a minus 9a minus 81. Wait a second, 9a minus 9a. That completely cancels out. A times a.
Oh, that's an A. I thought it was a 6.
Oh, my bad. A to the second power. So that a is negative a and 9a and negative 9a cancel out. So your final answer is
A to the second power minus 8.
good. A to the second power minus 81. How so?
A minus 9.
That'd be going backwards then. I gave you this. You know, that'd be factoring. So you gotta pay the first section would be multiplying out. So you go into the x squared or a squared minus 81. Factoring would be the reverse.
I still.
This is 8.3.
have a question On like the thing that you just reviewed before.
What?
After you slide and divide, how do you get to
You have to divide by 9, right? Because you have to divide after.
divide by 6?
You slid over a 6 or a 9.
It was a 12 and a 36.
Yes, okay, so it's gonna be x6, x6, right? -6, -6. Then you have to divide both of them by your first number, which you slid over, the loner, which was 9. Now, simplify 6 over 3, what is that? 6 over 9 is 2 over 3, right? Then you gotta move the 3 in the front. That's how you get 3k minus 2. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. 8.4. What the heck? Where's my 8.4 go? 8.4. What's this? Solving factor form. Now, this skill of solving factor form technically could show up in every section because I could always tell it, put it equals 0 or something like that to cause you to actually solve it. So solving factor form, what's really important in solving factor form, let me pick something that you have to actually think a little bit about. Let's do number 8. So y minus 3 and then 5y plus 10. In this one equals 0. Because it equals 0, if one of them is 0, it all becomes 0. So what I'm going to do is split this and solve for each one separately. Whereas y minus 3 equals 0 and 5y plus 10 equals 0. What that means is over here, I have y minus 3 equals 0. Y equals positive 3. You just plus 3 on both sides. And then the other one, you're going to subtract 10 on both sides. So 5y equals negative 10. Then divided by 2, y equals, or negative 5. I'm sorry. You're going to divide by 5, which will result in negative 2. So remember, when you have your parentheses like this, you split it and you solve it. You split it and you solve it.
We're gonna write 8.1, 8.2.
Not like that, but if the structure says factored, that's 8.4 beyond. If it says solve or simplify, that's 8.3 and below.
It says solve right here.
And we're supposed to write that as.
Solving
oh,
factored. So you see the word factored, factors.
Yeah, but they're all the same.
They're all related,
they're
yes.
all, no, but they're all the same.
Okay, next one.
So I don't know.
13 is just asking you for this skill, which shows up in a lot of other ones. Just factor out what's in common. So 10x minus 10y. The only thing in common between these two, 10. Not equals 0, not in this section. So
It's going to be
this is just practicing factoring out what's in common.
X minus Y.
This is still 8.4, it's still on the same page. So we take the 10 on the outside, x minus y. Can we factor anything else from x minus y?
No.
So we're done.
This is still 8.4.
This is still 8.4, man. Something like this, though. Let's see, what's the interesting? Oh, here we go. Number 19. 5 p squared q plus 10 p.
No, Q.
Oh, yeah, it's q. Okay. First off, what can we take out in common? In terms of the numbers, what we could take out of common is a 5.
And a Q.
And in the terms of the variables, the only thing they have in common is a q. So I'm going to put that 5q on the outside. Whatever you take out should be outside.
So just move
Is
that.
that Q attached? Shouldn't it have a 1? Because it's like,
It's all one group, so you don't want to think of it as 1, 1, 1. No, they're all one pair. So the 5's connected to p squared, which is also connected to q.
P squared.
It's like
plus
5ab is one term.
P squared plus.
Okay, so this is going to be 5 divided by 5 disappears. Q divided by q disappears. You only have p squared.
Plus 2.
And then over here, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Q divided by q disappears. So it's just that.
No, no one said that.
Yeah. No, it's 8.4.
This is 8.4.
Yeah, 8.4. Dang, only if you were here, man. All right. Next one. Guys, let's do number 27 in the next section. 9p squared, next
No, just the next page.
sector, I guess. So you want to 9p squared. I just lost it. Oh, plus 18p equals 0. Now, yes, but technically, so here we have a plus sign. Remember, our rule is 2 things multiplied could give us 0. 2 things multiplied give you 0. 2 things plus doesn't necessarily always give you 0. Like if you want to be the same number. So what we need to do is we're going to factor out what's in common. Now even bigger, 9. And then in terms of letters, p. Oh, yeah. So it's going to be 9p on the outside. On the inside, p plus 2. Still equals 0. Wait a second. We have an equals 0 situation. Split and solve. 9p equals 0. And p plus 2 equals 0. Quick math will show me p equals 0. And p equals -2. Yeah. We just did the last one, or last one I'm doing, 8.4. Okay, 8.5, the meat and potatoes here.
I love meat and potatoes.
Good. I love meat too. Factor. Oh, sorry to hear that.
I'm really okay with that.
He's such a good source of protein. And
Maybe honestly,
the joke I always said was, if the animals didn't want to be eaten, why are they made out of food?
that's funny though. I mean, like obviously.
Yeah. Of course, I got off this joke. But is it for the animals or is it more health reasons?
Neither. That's just the way my parents raised me. And like, that's just the way my parents like. I don't have a problem with just
Okay.
meat. I'm not like, oh, you're killing them because I eat fish. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah. Okay.
You can kill
This is
them.
number 2. Okay. The meat, as I said, the tofu and potatoes here, okay? It's going to be what multiplies to C adds to B. What multiplies to the end add to the middle. Don't doubt, I'm going to put a question that could work in reverse. So pay attention. The last number and the middle number. So in this case is 5 and 2. Since I need the middle to be negative, it's going to be B minus 5, B minus 2. That's it, okay? Does it equal anything? No, so you stop right there.
Wait, but then this is
Wait.
what I'm talking about. Do you have to reverse it or no?
No, I gave you it. You would not ever have to reverse it in the situation where you get it back to what I gave it to you. That wouldn't make sense, right? Like, would you FOIL it out? That would result back into the black, which is the question.
No,
Why would
I'm
you ever
talking
give me?
about- I'm talking about like B. Oh no, it's only B like plus 5 when it's equals 0, right?
Oh, then you have to continue if it equals zeros or equals something. So we'll do that in the next section or the next sector. Okay? Yeah, so let's do like number 6. Y squared minus 5y minus 24. So in this case, I need to multiply to negative 24, AKA I need one negative, one positive. So when they interact with each other, it works like subtraction. Yeah, but one of them is negative. So I'm saying mathematically, it's the same thing as subtraction, even though you're not.
Plus 1a plus 20. So then I have 4 times 5, and then I have
It's going to be negative
and then I have my 5 plus 4, so that's my minus 8.
Okay, that's okay. But one of them should be positive, no? One is negative, one's positive. Like this one. Look at this. Look at this one. No, it can't be both positive and subtract. That's impossible. Is it negative? Maybe you attribute a negative or something?
And then over here,
Yeah.
1a plus 20.
Where's the 4 here?
That's a. But I have to factor it down, right? So I got
Wait, whoa. You moved to 25 here. Now you ask yourself what adds to 100 adds to 20. Why are you still changing the numbers? You already have it set up.
It doesn't matter, I did it wrong. But
Well, that's why you can't find the number because you did the numbers wrong.
technically in this situation,
No, you can't because it's an impossible situation. That's why you have to do it correctly or you're gonna get impossible situations. All right. Number 10, if I got time. Hey, you guys are talking too loud again. It's hard for me to talk. Number 10, y squared plus 17y plus 72 equals 0. This is equals 0, which means I'm going to first break it down in parentheses. Things that multiply to 17, that to, I'm sorry, things that multiply to 72 and multiplies to 17, y plus 8, y plus 9. Things that multiply to 72, that adds to 17. I've practiced a lot of this and I'm good at it. You guys practice it more, you get better at it. Now, because it equals 0, you split and solve. Y plus 8 equals 0. Y plus 9 equals 0. So you're gonna get y equals negative 8. Y equals negative 9. So negative 8, negative 9.
Anything that equals 0, you have to explain like that.
Yeah,
Anything that equals 0.
yeah. Now, let's talk about something. When it doesn't equal 0, what are we gonna do?
We just make it equal 0.
Yeah, we're gonna make it equal 0. So let's do number 25. Yeah. So it's x. I should do it in black. X plus 17 equals negative 60. First, I'm going to distribute the x to these. So in order, so I have it all nice. X squared plus 17x equals negative 60. My issue is this split and solve thing only works when it equals 0. So I have to make it equal 0. So I'm going to do plus 60 on both sides. So then that's going to become x squared plus 17x plus 60 equals 0. Now we're in the setup of the situation where we're more used to. Things that multiply to 60, that adds to 17, 3 and 20,
Yeah, negative 20 minus.
but it's positive 60. I can't do that. So maybe like 5 and, no, not 15 and 4. So like 12 and 5. X plus 12, x plus 5 equals 0.
And then it'll be negative 12, negative 5.
Good, you split and solve. You guys kind of know how to solve this already. Negative 12, -5. AKA flip the sign.
We need something older, Mr. T.
No, we
No.
don't.
I'm kidding.
That's 8.6, man.
I need something a bit more challenging.
Challenging? You can always do those word problems on your own time. The answers are attached. Okay, so number 25. Oh, wait, no, I mean 8.6. This time, we're dealing with a number in front of the x squared.
No, it's not.
Okay. Ax squared plus bx plus c.
How many units are like sections?
You can flip the pages, but I think it's up to 0.8 or 0.7. 0.8, hang on. Okay, this one, now we have a number in front. Now I'm going to tell you how to do it with a negative and I do it with a positive. Let's first do a negative one, like, let's do number 12 or number 10, number 10. We don't like negatives. So what we're going to do, no, this is the general form of it. It looks like this. This is a problem. So we don't like negatives. If you do it another way, if you learned it another way, that's totally fine, as long as you get the right final answer. But I don't like negatives, so I'm going to take out on purpose a -1 in front of everything. So I'm going to take out a -1 and leave a -1 on the outside the whole time. Then we have 2b squared plus 5b minus 12. Yeah. But I'm just saying, you'll take out a negative when a is negative or the first term is negative. If you don't have a negative, don't sweat it. Like, I'll do it in one without a negative. No, no, then we're going to continue. Now we're going to do our slide and divide. Again, there's another way to do this. If you learned it on your own or with a tutor on YouTube, I don't care. Get the final answer is what I care about. We're going to take the 2, take it to the 12. So it's -1, b squared plus 5b minus 24. Now, this looks like something I could do. Things that multiply to -24, they add to 5. And remember, I want to do it. 6 and 1 doesn't multiply to 24. What are you talking about?
8 and 3.
Good. B plus 8 and B minus 3. So you took a loan here when you moved the 2. You took a loan. You have to pay back your loans. So you got to pay divided by 2. This one on the left could simplify. So if I could simplify, I will simplify. So this is B plus 4. There's nothing left on the bottom. Here, there's something left. I can't pay it off or I can't simplify it off. So I'm going to move it. Good. I'm going to move it to the front. So it's 2B over
No, -3.
minus 3.
This is 8.6.
You could do it like 8.6. Yeah, the 8.6 skills are using that, but this is technically an 8.7.
But there's no negatives here. So I could just do it like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, wait. Before you do that, take out what's in common first. So
I
I'll
did,
do.
too, right?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then you do it. All right. So if you have a negative in front, take out a negative. If you don't have a negative in front, you could do it normally, but you should always check before you ever do a problem to see if you could take something out in common. So this is number 8.
There isn't anything.
You don't really need to do the negative.
Why is my eraser so tiny? Go ahead.
Right?
What number is that?
8.
I'll just ask you.
What's happening?
Okay, 12. What's up?
You don't have to do the -1 in front.
You do, well, if you do slide and divide, you have to do the -1. There's other methods that could ignore that part. So, but slide and divide, you have to do it with a positive A value. So I always suggest doing that. Yes, Yoni.
What if there isn't anything in common?
Then you just go straight to this part, which is the slide and divide, okay?
Oh.
So here, I'm gonna take out something in common, in this case, 2. So 2, 5n squared. As I said, sometimes you have different tools in the toolbox. That's why the toolbox is not just a hammer.
There's so much still.
I know.
Too many tools. You don't need this many tools in the toolbox.
You have different problems that you need to solve, so you need these tools.
I'm actually never at any.
There are too many variations.
So many variations.
That's why you need a different tool for different variations. I don't screw a screwdriver with a hammer, okay?
Whoa, that actually makes no sense. How do you screw it? No, that was about nonsense, but I.
Screw a screw. Screw a nail.
Come on, Mr. T.
All right, I don't hammer a nail with a, wait. Yeah, I don't hammer a nail with a screwdriver, okay?
Exactly.
So things I multiply to 30 to add to negative 13. And minus 10 and minus 3. I know what you meant. Then I took a loan. I have to pay it off. So I have to divide by 5. Divide by 5. Sure. N minus 2. 5 n minus 3. I'll leave this up for a second. Yeah.
I need help with this one. I can't do it.
70, right? Things I multiply to 70. That add to 33. Negative 70, right? Negative 35 and positive 2. It's negative 70. Why are you dividing by 10 here? You don't slide and divide until you split. Yeah, well, why is there 10 here? Okay, so things I multiply negative 70 to add to negative 33, that's negative 35 and 2.
Negative 30.
And positive 2.
Negative 35.
And positive 2.
So n
If I
minus
put equals
35,
0, you split and solve,
n
okay? Don't
plus
forget
3,
that.
n plus 3.
Yeah.
So 2 like this,
Yeah,
and then you gotta divide by 10 now.
yeah,
What's 35 divided by 10?
No, wait, can you go back?
Can't do that, right?
sure.
You can't do that. 35 divided by 10.
Thank you.
So it's
Like your
10
actual.
and minus.
No, you can simplify that first.
How?
35 over 10 could be simplified as 7 over 5. No, 7 over 2.
So 2.
So 2 and
7 over 2.
and minus 7. And then what's another one? Wait, can that be simplified?
1 and 5.
So 5 and minus plus 1. 5 and plus 1.
And that's it.
That's it?
But listen, I'm like, this looks the same as like this. So I don't know how you want me to
You
do it.
always look first if you could take something uncommon. You just have to be able to handle that.
Can you do it any way you want?
You might not do it correctly then, so no, do it the correct way.
I don't get it.
Okay,
Here,
I'll finish this tomorrow.
how do you do this then?